Hello, I'm Jace and welcome to my first sketchbook tour. This is sketchbook number 4. I only began sketchbooking around 3 years ago, but as of 2024 is when I actually began to enjoy it and began doing it consistently. I finished a sketchbook around 2 months ago, I think in April, but I am exceedingly bad at dates. Just before we begin, I'm going to go over some of the stickers on the front and back. There are a few of them that I think come from eBay, but I got them as gifts, like this fairy tale sticker and these 2 cinema roll stickers. That also came in a pack, I think. These here I got for my birthday. These are Sumiko Garashi stickers. eBay. I made that. I think that came from a pen pal. And these are part of actually Raya's character sticker sheets that were on sale for a bit. I think they might still be up, I'm not sure. That just came from Target. I also added the Photo Guild mark and the Umineko family crest. On the back I have some more Sanrio stickers, Cinema Roll, and Kerobi. I began playing Ace Attorney while working on this, so I turned it into a really bad sticker. I turned one of my digital art pieces into a sticker. That's one of my characters, Ambrose. That's from Fairy Tale. That came with a set of washi tape. Oh, not washi tape. Origami paper. And that was a free sticker in an order. I'm not quite sure everything else is from. Now let's begin in earnest. I've censored out a few things because I'm not sure how good YouTube's actual I am brilliant at words. I have censored a few bits out, like personal information. Now, I started the sketchbook on the 28th of December 2024. I just finished my previous sketchbook. I had a goal to finish it in December, preferably before Christmas, and I finished it on the 30th of... It took me around 153 days, however this was not 150 days total working. I took a bit of a break, around a month from this, and those 30 days are included in that time. I have goals in all of my sketchbooks. I've blurred some of them out, but that was when I was still working on it, so they're not really relevant. I had carry-on goals from sketchbook 2 and 3, which were animals, backgrounds, watercolour and acrylic. My new goals were to continue practicing anatomy, do some fan art, plan some of my projects and art pieces, work on my story's Hibiscus of Mars. It's technically hibiscus, but I got so used to calling it hibiscus it's now stuck. Work on my comics, Colourful Memories. I want to do some planning for it, and work on my story Pixie Head. I also want to work on Alfwine, who is one of my original characters, who I'd also like to play in a TTRPG campaign at some point. I wanted to plan some stuff for YouTube because I was planning on starting, however that did not end up happening. I wanted to work on my use of colour and practice facial expressions. Now these stickers are from the Murazushi special edition. It came with a sticker sheet. I think that's from it, and so is that, and so is that. I just forgot to point it out earlier. This is one of my characters, Ran. They're from Hibiscus of Mars, and I decided it'd be fun to start the sketchbook drawing them. My previous sketchbooks didn't really have front covers, and I thought it might be a fun thing to do. I used alcohol markers, I think mainly Copics for this one. You might be getting a feeling that I like putting a lot of stuff on my spare pages. That's from a Cinema Roll bag chain. I needed a water bottle and I didn't have one, so I grabbed a Magic Gathering one because it was actually pretty cheap when I was away from home. Ramune labelling from Scumvilla Self-Saving System Special Edition sticker sheet. That's for the actually rare thing. Stickers that came with Rise and Fall of Midwest Princess and Ghost Album Phantomine. Washi tape cover sticker. That's also from the Murazushi. And I have some extra bits of art in here that I might look through at the end. I decided that I was going to start my sketchbook doing a 30-day challenge. Not all of the pages are here. I ripped out a section. We're not going to be going over that or why. It is not irrelevant as they're not part of the finished sketchbook. But I came up with some concepts. As you can tell, I didn't get that far with that one, and I quite like that one, hence voila, Ran. Anyway, let's begin. I actually did this page first. Ran was a relatively new character. I think I'd come up with them around 4 months before I began working the sketchbook for an art challenge I did. So I was just testing them out, coming up with facts, and I decided they were obsessed with a fictional rip-off of Hello Kitty called Millie the Kitty, which I'm still working on. I do not know where this is going. Every now and then, I don't know how well it's actually picking up, but this is some redraws of characters from Umineko's manga adaptation, specifically Reckon of the Golden Witch. I think volume 2 of the English release. I cannot say her name with the correct Italian pronunciation. That's Beatrice, Yasu, Erica, and Willard. This is before the paper games Bobby Cott happened with Infinity Nikki, but I'd just gotten back into playing Love Nikki because I've been playing it nearly obsessively for multiple years. I drew Nikki in like a kind of cute outfit, and as you can tell, I did not know what to do with the background, so curse to Momo. Moving right along. I had begun playing Amori. I had bought it on Christmas sale, and I finally opened it, and if anyone's played it, they can tell roughly where I was at the time. I've now finished it around 3 times, and I'm trying to 100% it. As said, I was planning on starting YouTube a lot earlier. My plan was to start in February. Award to me for totally starting in February. Hopefully by the time this is up, I will have given myself a new profile picture, but that was the plan, and I do not know still what to do for a banner. More Amori stuff. I was burnt out and never finished this page. Wow, it looks so nice. I'm so talented. This was some planning for an art project I did not end up completing. This is Seawolfie on Instagram, one of her characters, Bernape. This I had blurred out because I don't know if I'm going to use it or not, and if I do YouTube and I end up running it, I would like to talk about it, but I was planning a Pathfinder campaign. You know, on Instagram and Pinterest you'll come across those draw your character in X outfit thing. I had come across one of a Hello Kitty outfit. If I can find it and figure out how to put it on screen, I will now, and I decided that I was going to draw Alfwine in it. He doesn't typically wear it, but I think it's fun. I can show this. This is relating to the Pathfinder campaign, Demonica. I was actually doing art of several of the NPCs. So this is the maid. As you can tell, I started with like a Victorian dress, and I slowly moved on until I got her design here. I think I actually built her in Path Builder. Some commission stuff that is out of date. I still do not have my commissions up. This was some planning for an art trade I did with Seawolfie. As you can tell, I had a bit of struggling. I had a bit of trouble with perspective. I relate to that guy. That's how I felt when I was trying to work on it. And this came with a sticker pack I got for Christmas. I was building a D&D character. I've only played one D&D session. Building D&D characters is a nightmare. I prefer Pathfinder. It's easier for me to understand. This is an art piece I'm actually planning on finishing. This was the concept from when my current Triangle Agency player character or PC was going to be in a Pathfinder campaign. Here I did some quick poses. As I said, I've censored them out because I don't know how good YouTube actually obeys the whole artistic nudity being fine. This page was done a lot later and moved to cover up a different page I didn't like, but I was visiting up some family around like 3 hours from where I live, and I was planning out Jin, who's a character in his story. Look, sketchbook moving. I also drew my bracelet, which is now broken. I plan on fixing it. And I got a drink at the zoo when I visited, and they're terrible at names. This was going to be redraw of some old Utena fan art I did, but I gave up and I stuck it in. I did some mask muscle studies and some mask quick poses because I am terrible at anatomy and I need to practice. I went onto Pinterest and I found some body references and I drew some of them. Alfwine! I'm not 100% happy with this drawing of him. I don't have his correct hair colour or skin tone, but this is the closest I currently have. I did some more of the quick poses. I'm just going to call them quick poses on the back. I planned Marcus Macross for Monica. I did not end up drawing him, but I did finish Art of Aang. It's awful. I don't want to show it. This is around where I've ripped out 10 pages, hence why it's a bit lumpy. I might actually grab this to hold it down. Did some arm and back and chest anatomy practice, and I did some more quick poses. And this is around where I took a massive break. Something had happened, I was feeling exceedingly demotivated, and I just didn't want to continue working in the sketchbook. I mean, I did, I finished it, but you know. Around this time I began working on Sketchbook 5. I called it Sketchbook 6 because I was doing a shared sketchbook, but no progress has been made of that, so there's no point calling it Sketchbook 5. That's when my character is Maya May in a beach outfit. It's not good, I used a Pinterest pose for it. But yeah, I was a bit inconsistent. I was trying to begin working another sketchbook to see if that would work. Some more out-of-date commission stuff that I really need to fix. I will know my commissions at some point. This is when I got back into sketchbooking. I have, as you've realised probably by now, I have a lot of original characters. these are a few characters from my comic. It's not published anywhere. I've completed a couple of chapters completely analog on paper. If I do YouTube properly, at some point I might show them. This is just me redrawing bits. That's Ito. She's a random girl. I do not know her name. Ito Eshima. I got into, I think it's, I'm gonna sound so dumb, Search of Sanctorum. It's Oliver Antics comic. So I drew some of the characters and I redrew the piece of art from Delaney's introduction video. I am so hyped for Silent Hill F. Unfortunately, my computer is so bad there's no way I'm ever going to be able to run it. But I did some fan art of it. This is the first time I ever blended and actually layered alcohol markers. As you can tell here, I don't typically do that. I am exceedingly happy with this. I am very hyped for it. Yukishi Saranana, who wrote Umineko and Higurashi, like, helped write it. But the hype. I have so much hype. I did small quick poses because I didn't really know what to do on the back of that page, and I kind of liked how it looked. I got into Ace Attorney. I completed the first game of the trilogy in like a week. Send help. I am kind of addicted. The only reason I haven't finished the whole trilogy is because my computer cannot run the second trilogy. Just imagine like the most disappointed face in the universe. I absolutely adore Ace Attorney, but like these are not it. I was trying to get into pen sketching a lot because I don't typically do that. Art block. This was fun. Yatsu, he's a character from one of my novel projects. I have too many projects. I was trying to redesign him because I only had some art from him from 2019, 2020, and it's not good. I drew my hand. I drew my lamp. I drew random stuff I did in my cinema roll keychain. Then I tried to draw my hand and like drawing the desk in front of me. You can't see because I've zoomed in, but I got some stuff wrong. But yeah, the light source, that's that. Just By the way, sorry about the absolutely terrible lighting. I am filming at night. I could not get this to look even vaguely decent without all the lights off, the window open, and my desk lamp on. Otherwise it looked like I was filming in like 240p. I did some expression practice. The ones in red are the ones that I really like, the ones in yellow are the ones I quite like, and the other ones are just ugh. Edgeworth. Edgeworth is the best. We love Edgeworth. I was really sick around here. Not really relevant, I think I took a week break or something. Actually no, I didn't. A good chunk of these pages were all done in like, I think 40 pages was done in like 30 days, and we're in that kind of stretch, I think. But I drew Alpha and Minecraft Live was on. I could not sleep at all. It was amazing. And I drew Alpha again, but with some Pinterest ref. I looked up like vampire pose. I just drew him there, and look at the little guy. He looks so derpy. Oh no. I'm actually really happy with that expression. This is one of my characters from my comic projects. This is Lamia from Pixie Head. Pixie Head is a working name. This actually I did not make. I did, I guess, American last year high school, where I am last year college. There was a massive bin of like leftover art material that people did not want, and I yoinked so much stuff. I'm still working through it. And people were doing some watercolor tests, so I grabbed it. Now the reason why half of her is blue is because I was trying to do layering, and when I did, I'll just show you again, the Edgeworth piece here, I used a very light blue-grey to do some of the shading, and his hair and his clothing, everything. I had run out. So I decided to do the next colour up, and it didn't look good, so I went the next colour up. So I cut her in half. It's artistic, I swear. It's not me trying to make try and make it, yeah. Ambrose. And if anyone's been paying attention, they might be going, hang on, I thought that guy was Ambrose. I have 3 characters all in the same universe called Ambrose. Shush. This is Ambrose Vepnicon. That's Ambrose Arnon. Ambrose Vepnicon is the protagonist of a future comic project of mine. I was trying to figure out how to draw him. He was a relatively new character at the time, I think. Yeah, he was, because this is around the 28th. I really want to do some digital Ace Attorney fan art, so I was concepting a piece. I was thinking maybe I was getting an anime, I think this year, next year. It's like the Go For It Nakamura or something. And it's got the guy in the center with like little bubbles of the other guy smiling around him. I was thinking something like that. It was a good idea, but I was mainly thinking desk. That's the concept I came up with. I began to turn to digital, had a nightmare with the perspective, and fled. Because I was hashtag sick, I was feeling nostalgic, so I pulled out one of my first ever novel projects I still have, called Pages of My Books. It is absolute trash. It is amazing. I absolutely love it. And I drew the characters from it in blue. That is Tadake Naochi. I wrote this when I was like, oh gosh, I was like 12, 13. But I had little comic in it. But that was a protagonist, that was a side character. It was like 2 pages long. I had to do 2 more, but then I put blue marker over it, hated it, and binned it, and I have regretted that ever since. Also, a sticker pack I got. Men do not desire merely to be rich, but be rich of another men. Sparkle! This is like full of like my melody and cinema roll stickers, and then I just had this bunch of little character profiles for my characters from Pages of My Books. And this is Tadake's. I need to redesign him. I'm actually pretty happy with his hair because I redesigned him back in 2022. But do I know what's happening? No. I can also tell you exactly what I was doing when I was making this. Which is really sad. So I was sick, I couldn't sleep. I was binge watching all of Jetlag the game. Now gee, I hate his design. Also, why is his name spelled like that? Because 12-year-old me thought it was cool. I hate his design. Ew. Mayme, one of my favourite characters. She's my comfort character. I drew her current design. I actually redesigned her back, oh gosh, I redesigned her several times. I redesigned her, I think 2022, and then I redesigned her back in December 2024. I drew her younger, I drew her design from the original, and then I drew her as grandma. I feel like she'd have like an absolutely massive bun. I have been attempting to rewatch Fairy Tail for the last 2 years, and I actually made a decent start this year. I am now over 240 episodes in, I think. I need to keep track. But I decided to practice expressions. I flipped through the manga, and I just grabbed some and did. I actually really liked it. I think these two and that are the only bad ones. I was planning a centre spread. I have never done a proper finished centre spread, and I still have not. I haven't got to the centre of my current one, but fingers crossed I will actually do that properly. I have one in my arm. I did not finish this. His skin colour and his hair colour were wrong. I was on a phone call. And I did not realise, because I did not have, I had one hand up against my ear and I was trying to do the rest with the other. It did not go well. But there's Mayme. Why did I write her name down her arm? I don't know. I think I was probably going to write Alphonse's name here too. I literally did not notice that until now. Also, I cannot decide if that's a face tattoo or it's just like a little sticker she wears. I tried turning these into stickers there with alcohol markers and it did not go well. I used the wrong type of paper. There is Eshima and Tomoe. They are 2 of the protagonists. She's the main one. I had some leftover cat washi tape. I was given like, I think a sample pack for my birthday and I came with like some free stuff. So I drew Eshima and Tomoe with cats because I'm trying to get better at posing and I cannot draw cats for love nor money. But this is from my end of year exhibition. I had like a little mini print and I just put it here. Back in, I think, November, I did some digital art of Mayame in like a bikini at the beach and I'm not happy with the design of it, so I was trying to come up with a new one. And then I realised I literally do not know how to draw female anatomy and I fled. Fruits Basket is also one of my absolute favourite series of all time. Fruits Basket and Fairy Tail are like 2 of my most formative pieces of media, which is kind of sad, but I came across them around the same time and they both mean the world to me. And I just put some quotes in, and that was also from the bargain thing, but that's a redraw of the actual DVD cover. And because I could not draw feminine anatomy, I decided to try using boxes. Learn how to use boxes to help your anatomy. It's helped me a lot. Some more quick poses. Yay. This is actually planning for a digital art piece I have finished. This is when I began playing Triangle Agency and repurposed Castor into my PC. As I mentioned, Mayme is a comfort character, so I drew her. And then I came up with some of her outfits. This is actually something I drew her in previously. If I show off my other sketchbooks, and you'll see if it's in sketchbook 1, I really like some of these outfits. I think it fits her really well. I can tell you exactly what season of jet lag I was watching when I did this as well. I didn't know what to really do. I had some spare space. I was near the end of finishing the sketchbook, so I just drew like some strawberry milk and orange juice, and then I surrounded it with some Paramore quotes because I was listening to Paramore. This is Kana, or Kanatake. He is from the same story as Mayame. He is a side character who barely shows up in the short story, and I never actually drew him, but he honestly looks, he's slay. Here we are. I had been doing Instagram. I began, 2 months before this, and I'd slowly been posting stuff, and I was very close to hitting 25 followers. I did not actually complete this art, which was really cool if I did. I still needed to complete my thanks for 100 followers, which is very funny because I'm closer to 150 than 100 right now. And I decided that I was going to try and complete this in, let's see, sketchbook 35 pages. It was actually less because I removed some. Yes, this Mavis is cut in half. Why? I honestly do not remember. But anyway, to start off my trying to finish the sketchbook, I made 2 pages redundant. I did some really bad background sketching from Pinterest. This is all stuff that's supposed to, ignoring that, vaguely fit into the Hibiscus of Mars world, which is the same one that Ran is from. This is all same, it's all supposed to fit in. I'm actually quite happy with this page, ignoring that. This is like really cursed. Anyway, this is me trying to figure out Saya. Saya is one of the characters, and I cannot draw his face because I've only drawn him from side profile, and that's not what he looks like. Oh, this actually isn't from Pinterest. This is from my let's do grab it. My stationery pot. Hopefully this is picking up. I drew it because I was still in the pages of my books slump. I redrew some of the backgrounds of one of the characters who appears briefly. I only wrote like 5 chapters of the thing, but I remember it really clearly. He sucks. This art of him, not it. And that's of an actual beach. I'd gotten to the Grand Magic Games in Fairy Tail. Woo! It only took me years. It took like 4 years to watch the show because I was watching it on YouTube as it got dubbed, and then like the final season hadn't been dubbed by the time I got to it. So I just stopped. Like 2 years later, it hit me that like I hadn't finished it, even though a friend at the time had binge watched the whole show in 3 months, so I knew it was all out. Anyway, I got to Grand Magic Games, so I drew the characters: Miliana, Mira Jane, Evergreen. I think her name's Kagami. I might be really wrong. Lucy, Wendy, Carla, Urza, Jalal, Panther, Lily, Laxus, Grey, Happy, Freed, Gaji, Natsu. The next couple pages are the thing I'm really proud of in this sketchbook. Like, exceedingly. My family celebrates Easter, and a lot of my family really likes chocolate eggs. I only eat dark chocolate, but the thing is, it means there's a lot of wrappers, and I decided I wanted to use them for something. Ta-da! I'm so proud of this, it's ridiculous. This is Ran all the way from the beginning. I cut with a, what are they called? It's one of those, a box cutter, everything out. I taped it down. I went through so much double-sided tape, and I did put like Ran on top, yay! And then I drew another character. This is Imbrat from the same story, and I didn't want to do the same method because it was time-consuming, so I did that for her. Then I drew Sadia and Harun. As you can tell, I got like really lazy around here, and with Harun, I kind of gave up, and I was like, nah, we ball. The faces are a bit wonky. That's typically when I do traditional art, I like go out of my way to make faces even. I did not. This was just for fun. I'm really happy with that of Sadia, but I do not like Harun. His eyes are so uneven. It's like not funny. And I had trouble with his shirt, so I just used some origami paper. And then, oh gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting my own characters' names. Saya. I can say his name. I know what I'm doing. I'm actually kind of happy with this, but it's still not as good as the other art I've done of him. And I began planning Hatori, which is supposed to be in the same group as Millie the Kitty from previously. Sadia loves Hatori. I was planning out like merch in universe. I am going to legitimately cry. I filmed the rest of this tour and I was like, oh, let's check how long the video is. Because I'm doing it in increments because I'm filming on my iPad with barely any storage space. I had not pressed the start button. I had not pressed the start button. Anyway, let's continue. This is the planning for Harun and Sadia. I did it before, I did their designs. I had a lot of fun doing it actually. One of my goals with this group was to focus drawing things I don't typically do, which are a lot of different like details, like Harun has a lot of moles and Sadia has a hijab, and I'm not used to showing hijabs or glasses, so I wanted to experiment. This is fun. I explained this just now, so it feels really weird repeating myself, but Cass, my Triangle Agency character, in the second session he was in, we were playing, oh gosh, I can't remember his name. It's one of the Pathfinder, Triangle Agency pre-made missions that comes in like a separate book. I'll see if I can remember, I will put the name on the screen now. But one of the previous player characters really wanted cat plush, so he went into a store and Cass developed a sudden crippling addiction to cat blushes and nearly stole one. One of the other characters, I think Mary, bought him the plush though, so he didn't steal it, but he spent like 10 minutes debating it. It was amazing. I did silhouette practices because I didn't want to do quick poses, which is going to be very funny because, as I found out just now, on the next page I did quick poses. Why? Why am I like this? More work with Cass because I had not drawn him digitally before. So I was like, yeah, this sounds fun. I had not drawn him digitally. I had not drawn him traditionally. I drew some hands. They look awful. That's the kind of hands AI uses. This actual paper, this is some spare paper I have. I have like, oh gosh, I've got like a stack of spare paper, like that tall, that thick. And I used some tea bags on it. They were basically, unusable. In terms of like, you know when you use a tea bag and it gets to the point where it doesn't taste like the tea anymore? It just kind of looks vaguely like the colour was once related to tea. Yeah, so I realised that I had not done the form stylization and I really wanted to work on chibi designs, so I did some practice of eyes and mouths and noses. Haha, this is the insomnia bit again. I did not know what to do and I wanted to fill the sketchbook, so I did this and I did this. I had gotten to the point where I was re-watching seasons of Jet Lag the game. I'm now doing that for the third time, we don't talk about that. This is the finished page. No, I will not be taking any questions. These are some stamps I made. I'm kind of doing it. I finished American Terms High School, so it's kind of like a gap year before uni, but it's also like a little art course, and one of the things we were doing was making stamps. So this is some stamps I made and I did some quick poses. I'd gotten to the point where I just wanted this to be over, so I did some really bad quick poses and some really bad background drawings that are officially related to Rand's story. Oh look, we made it nearly to the end. Here's some stuff I did of Ran, and I was doing some planning for the final outfit. I'm not actually that happy with the final piece and I accidentally covered the planning I am proud of because I put it on the wrong page, but oh no, it's too late now. So this is the final pages, woo! Well, not quite, it's a little bit more, but you know. This is the art I did of Ran. I think it's quite cute. I'm not really happy with it. I didn't really do any shading. I just kind of wanted it to be done. Oh, and I saw a Minecraft movie. Best romance movie I've seen in years. I will be taking no questions. Whether this is sarcasm or not, up to you. Oh, and I do a little goal recap. I did not do any planning for Kara Memo. I do not know what PH is. I did some stuff at Alpha, but it wasn't planning. As you can tell, I totally earned a full point, not 1.5, because I in fact did begin my YouTube channel, and this is not the first long film video you are seeing from me. I didn't do any watercolour or acrylic. I worked on Hibiscus of Mars. I used some colours I don't typically. I did some fan art, mainly Ace Attorney, but yeah, didn't do enough animals to count. I had like 3 was like a half point, like 3 pages, like full pages 6, full pages count like a tick. I did some backgrounds, I did some anatomy, I did some planning in general for projects, and I did a little bit of facial expressions. And I have my little roundup here if anyone's curious about the percentage of stuff I did. Over here we've got the swatches for Ran, Ibrat, Saya, Harun and Sadia. And Master of Demonic Cultivation sticker sheet became the special edition. I've actually been sitting on those stickers for like, oh gosh, I got the stickers in like, whenever they first came out, I got the special edition. Oh, and I keep all my washi tape stickers. I'm not telling you my completion notes. All you need to know is I was sick and I was not doing well, but I completed it. Haha. That's from Scumville Self-Saving System. That is from Orphe Cove. Just before we are done, I would actually like to go through this little envelope here. I do not remember what is in it, but let's find out together. Anyway, we'll start. That was part of the Miami page, but I did not end up using it. I think that's in there. I'll pop them back when I finish discussing them. I was working on some chibi stuff because I wanted to make myself stickers. They do not look good. That's when I realised I need to learn how to draw chibi. Ooh, this is all supposed to be part of the Miami page because I was coming in multiple different outfits of her. Not all of them were going to fit, in my opinion. I didn't like that one. To the Shadow Realm. This is Mud Eshima, supposed to go on one of the pages. But she ain't looking too good. So that didn't end up happening. Was one of my redraws from one of the pages. This is my attempt to draw in a different pose. I really wanted to draw her, and those arms aren't arming, but I didn't want to throw out the paper, and I guess I thought it'd be fun to look at. This is not going to make any sense because I don't actually have the page in here anymore, but I was planning a potential character for a campaign and I needed to draw his body twice, so I used my light board to draw roughly his build really badly, and now I just have a random build just here. I drew Jessica from Umineko. Oh, Jin's old design. Jin does not appear in this because I didn't redesign him when I was working on this. But this is for the shared sketchbook. A really sad and derpy looking outline to end it off with. My poor boy. I was not feeling comforted while drawing you that day, obviously. Thank you for watching this sketchbook tour. If you want to see any more sketchbook tours from me, I recommend subscribing to my YouTube account. That way you will be updated when I post my sketchbook 5 tour. Meantime, if you want to see more content from me, because I'm not sure how often I'm going to post, I have an Instagram details on the screen now. Woo! I post there semi-frequently. I show off some pages I have done in my sketchbooks early. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video and have a good rest of your day/night. Thank you!